Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and well, I hope you're having a pretty good weekend, especially today. But we can still laugh, man, and all the chip shop. The backlash that soyny has received is massive, even from their own consumers. But yeah, this company fucking deserves it, and actually, the all these movements they have done to take away what was the remaining appealing thing for their consumers going away, they are not going to backpedal on this. So I have a lot of tabs opened right now just to show you how bad things are for this company that rightfully deserve it. So also the news came out that they are that this factory is already being repurposed. And remember, this factory was not only for games. Sony was actually mass manufacturing Blu-rays, and those were used to sell anime too. With people want to see entertainment media like anime on Blu-rays, yeah, that's the physical way to get it if they want to have them as a collectors. And also, well, you can do something to rip those files off and have less issue compared to a game nowadays coming out these consoles. But no, also, yeah, they're going to kill all what is the production of physical media with this one. And yeah, man, this Van Hammer posted this July 2nd. You talk PC Station announcing that this media being phased out was the worst thing you heard from PC Station so far and as a PC Station owner? Well, just now just got a lot worse. Wait, there's more. You're like getting more price hikes soon, and the factories that were used for manufacturing discs are being repurposed even before the announcement was made, so there's low chance business stations can even backpedal, even if they wanted to. So again, I'm glad I didn't buy a PS Station 5 and I couldn't care less about any game console. I'm glad I don't care about this company anymore. They can suck my dick. Even one of my friends, man, he still went for a PS5, and despite I already warned him, it was better for him to get a PC. Now he regrets it with all his heart because the recent movements they have done, so they can kill your physical games because those games has a DRM attachment to the console when they update the firmware. They can remove your digital library at any moment, just like what happened with those movies. That was the wake up call, man. And I'm still telling me, dude, just at this point, I don't know what else to tell you. And well, my friend told me, yeah, I gonna wait when that can actually be hacked. And well, you don't have to wait that long because also we have seen that they are turning PC Station 5s into Steam machines and alike by installing them Linux, and that's the only fucking way that this console is gonna be usable because it's just a glorified paperweight at this point. But and let's continue, man, because yeah, there are a lot of tabs. We have a lot. So look at this. They are getting community noted. So in all of this, digital purchases grant a revocable license to access content, not ownership. Yeah, and that's the important part. I know it has been delisted some games on vast majority of games on Steam because the license expiring. The Codemasters racing games like Deer Series, Grid, like Grid, Race Driver Grid, Grid 2, Grid Autosport, and Grid Debut. Yeah, that really they really flopped real bad with that one. But anyway, since the car licensing, I'm extra aware when some games are gonna be delisted. Yeah, like what happened with Spec Ops to Line 2, man. At that point, you can simply sell the 7Cs, and even you can play those games on Windows 10, the older ones for sure, because of the backwards compatibility that they have natively, and it's easier. What are you gonna do when with a console that decides not only the list a game, but also the list license? One of my favorite games that actually destroyed, humiliated with 60. 16 times the detail, and yes, I know what kind of joke I'm making with that statement, was Drive Club. Because Drive Club, graphically, physically, with the physics, looked vastly superior to the Gran Turismo series. And also the driving experience felt awesome, and it was a Project Goran spiritual successor. Soyny killed that game, killed the studio, and right now the only way to play is either you find yourself a disc, but without the DLC, and also some of the cars are locked down forever because they were locked by a online feature verification, which was obviously fucking stupid, but that's how this company loves to manage it. Then you have the Seven Seas. They are making it possible for emulate the game on PC, and it's extremely optimized of a game that to this day, yeah, like, hey, wait a minute, you promised graphic attention to detail. That game deliver. Why you're not doing that along with this all of these AAA developers? Oh yeah, we know it because you're just relying on optimization and just not giving a single fuck. But that's keep in mind in that one because that's what we are seeing a lot of reactions. Fuck Sony, man, and with the killing of physical media. But honestly, those fuckers, they already told us. So, but people didn't want to listen it. Even this one, man, like being proven that selling seven seas is the true form of preservation. Frank Schifaldi, director at the Video Game History Foundation, says piracy has become the only practical way to preserve many older games that would otherwise disappear. As the director of Historical Video Game Preservation Institution and someone who has dedicated his entire adult life to this cause, this is accurate. We have attempted to work with the industry trade organizations to find a legal path forward, but they refuse to offer a meaningful alternative because that's what they want. Yeah, don't ask questions. Just buy products, consume products, and get excited for the next product. Oh no, you will own nothing, and you will be happy. Uh, That's the kind of fucking mindset that those fucking corporations, if it wasn't proven enough with Boogie Slop, that they will fight tooth, nail, and with the nails of their fucking feet, that they do not trim at all to preserve this fucking mindset that yeah, the only thing that they want to preserve is the fucking anti-consumer practices. Fuck the consumer, but we still want their money. But that's simple. Just simply stop consuming from them. And especially there are a lot of good games out there, man. And this one is hilarious. I have seen even the most stupid reactions of people on social media, man. Like they're getting called out, man. So this one, haven't bought a physically game since 2019. I couldn't really care less. Okay, so this is a Sony pony. Yeah, he is a drooling retard, or at the same time done, because we know that the DRM in those games, yeah, was the purpose. But that is if he doesn't realize that can be banned and lose everything, or again, like we have seen with the movies that they're gonna be delisted but and remove it from the owner's libraries. Yeah, they don't own anything. And and if they wanna yeah that was lame, just wait to look at this. So this one reposted part of the problem. You know what? It was they were part of the problem. It was already headed to this dystopian outcome after all the changes they did with Xbox One, PS, Station 4. They wanted this. The games have DRM already, and also they with Sony's movements with the firmware update for how adding that fucking timer kill switch on the digital games, it was proven that they can also put a kill switch on the disc. So, because we don't want anyone to access this game anymore. Fuck you. And you're like, oh, well, thanks. May have another shot. So this one, he'll learn when all of the shit he paid gets delisted without notice, and he's crying like a little bitch thinking about how things used to be. Let him learn. I absolutely agree with that one. People should learn, and even PC we know is not the exception, but we can have the files and we can sell the 7 Cs. Hell, I have seen people doing better job preserving games to the 7 Cs, especially racing games. Ones that we take aspects that we are not going to see from modern racing games unless they go full independent. Like I have seen one developer, but that's the only one. But look at this. The response. Who the fuck cares about the listing? If you already beat the game, who cares if it gets taken down? So let me get this straight. So you go to the supermarket, you buy meat, you buy toilet paper, you buy a lot of supplies, and you get heading back home. Then some fucking crooked addicts break into your house with yourself inside, and they beat the shit out of you and also take your meat, your money, and what all the supplies you were using. And you're gonna and if you are how you are gonna react if people tell you, who the fuck cares? You already bought them and you fill it with your hands. I know you didn't actually cook them or use them, but hey, who the fuck cares? Yeah, that's the fucking kind of mindset that I never expected to see. So much mental retardation. I know this fucker is wanted to drama fun and he's not having his way because look at the fucking ratio. So you beat a game. And look, even if we apply the logic that this Rita is putting out here, if in the 80s you beat it a game and then the owners or the developers of that game sent the Pinkerton to destroy that game physically in your house, well, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Am I right? Yeah, that's the kind of fucking mindset, man, that really can astonish me. If this is rage baiting, you are doing a very poorly job. The Carol doesn't replay games. Oh, I do, but I'm not going to freak out over something that might happen. Uh, they always freak out. They are just a bunch of retards. Just like, yeah, and I'm going to show you this one, man, because we mentioned it, the listed games. Who the fuck cares about the listing? When the only reason one of my favorite racing games is still playable in this day and age is due to the physical copies and PC piracy. Driver San Francisco cannot be bought, and even if you want to get this copy in physical, it's either for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. First of all, you need to have one of those consoles functioning. Lucky you if you manage yourself to find one. Second off, the scalpers. Those fuckers is the other thing that you need to fight it because those motherfuckers they want to have their retirement paycheck at the age of 20s, 22 or I don't know, man, probably even at the age of 18. If they are this kind of fucking stupid to sell you a old game that is I know it's niche, but even to that point that not many people are just going to overinflating its value. They want over $150. I'm not joking with that statement. And then, well, you have to sell the 7 Cs. You can get the files on the internet for PC, and there you go. Or if you already jailbreaked your PS3 or your Xbox 360, again, selling the 7 Cs, get the files, install them, and there you fucking go. You can still play this game. And this is the era from the Xbox 360. This Driver San Francisco is where you can still play games without verifying the license to the internet. So keep that in mind. So moving on with this one, because yeah, we were talking about they already attempted to do this, but now since more people were complacent with it, like no joking, yeah, we know that they push it to this. They are more sales in digital, but at that point, just why you were sticking to a fucking console for most of your digital libraries when you can get those on PC? And if it was for the exclusives, you know, in the past they used to do good exclusives. Soyny cannot do that even if it's for saving their own lives. They cannot make a good game to save their lives out of bankruptcy. But yeah, they did this before, man. The PSP Go. I have one of those. I bought it from one friend too. And yeah, the only way to enjoy this one is just by jailbreaking it. That's it, man. I'm not joking. This is the only way to enjoy this console because the fourth original release it was over expensive and glorified paperweight because you were tied to the fucking PC Station network storefront. But while jailbreaking it, it was it was easier for anyone. Also, that this console had some very stupid flaws related to the storage. That yeah, if you were playing too much certain amount of time with a certain game or any game, the storage could just simply get corrupted, and yeah, you got fucked. And also plus that they were using the proprietary memory systems, the M2, while Sony still had their own division. And you look at that ended, man. Sony struggles with poor sales of the PSP Go. 2010. 16 years have passed. And again, no, there is no reason to have a console anymore. Especially from these fucking manufacturers that backstabbed a lot of people. And they have proven that they already make the consoles to have a kill switch that can be activated at any moment. But yeah, like the roasting continues. This is KFC Spain. Last hour. KFC will start offering physical formats starting today. Our products will only be consumed through an app in a format of a false PNG. Oh man. And the bread's gonna come with the Nubo. Ah man. And yes, all of this based on a shitty service. And yeah, this is a quick one because I found this hilarious that a service got shut down by mistake because they were targeting uh, uh, the pirates and failed miserably. But well, that's how they are gonna cooperate. Like this one, FBI seized the broad net not domain during a major cybercrime operation. The operation was carried out with Google, Lumen, and other partners to take down parts of the NetNode residential proxy network that authorities say were being used by cybercriminals to spread malware and hide online attacks. However, one of the domains the AVS seized belonged to NetNode's legitimate service and remains offline. Oh yeah, that's the kind of shit they are gonna enforce. Yeah, and this one, man. Sony stock rose more than 3%, but yeah, they're already integrated, so that doesn't mean anything at this point. After the company announced it will stop releasing new PC Station games on physical media starting in January 2028. Another reminder, this is a publicly traded company. They are still going to suck investors' dicks, and those investors don't want consumers to have ownership of the products they are buying. Always important to remind people about that. Let's continue. So yeah, report PC Station is currently facing class action lawsuits. Yeah, we covered some of them. It's all related of how much of a monopoly they have on their own storefront. You cannot even give games between friends. Nintendo doesn't do that. And the only one that I have seen you can do that is Steam, and to a certain degree, Microsoft with Xbox. But yeah, the one that went over the top in how big, absolutely greedy as fuck, and well, manipulative with their prices is Sony, especially with those regional prices for users that they are brand new, they are in the same region, and they are offering them a better deal compared to the loyalists. Imagine being a loyal consumer from this company and getting fucked over. They are not surprising at all. This one pop up too. Physical media is still big in Japan. It will be a sad day when sites like this are no longer around due to PC stations ending physical disc production. They wanted this. Feel like the end of an era is fast approaching. We're already in the end of an era. It started a long time ago. But you know what? If they jailbreak those consoles, yeah, those games they still are going to be played. Let's continue. This one, promotional from material from 2013. Legends never die, even if your internet connection does. Aged so badly that milk turned into moldy yogurt, and now it starts talking to me in satanic wording. Yes, this is what this company has become. Yeah, KFC's pen wasn't the only one roasting the hell out of them. Also, Domino's Pizza jumped on the trend. So announced at the end of physical pizzas making fun of Pizza Station after going all digital. In response to trends in the gaming industry as the first April 2027, Domino's UK will cease production of physical pizzas and shift to production of digital pizzas only. Consumers will be able to download our full range of delicious pizza codes and, using the power of the imaginations, enjoy them in an entirely virtual sense. Isn't that beautiful, man? Ah, yes. And this one from what is this update. So, according to Christopher Deering, Sony is currently facing multiple legal cases over claims that PC Station Store has too much control over digital game sales. They are being sued in the UK. You know, despite what I said about the UK's government, I hope they peg PC Station harder. United States, I hope they win and peg man sodomize Sony there. And Netherlands, yeah, you too. Big slap that one, spread these butt cheeks, and yeah, make it like go back into Sodom and Gomorrah. This company fucking deserves it. Especially with all of the fucking greedy practices they have pulled out with a digital storefront. Remember, also these fuckers did like pre-orders with exclusivity deals if you were pre-ordering digital. So yeah, they wanted this because of abusing of the FOMO of many consumers. So yeah, this one, TLDR, you will own nothing and will be happy, PC Station. How this old brag agent misery? Like I said, Don Matley wasn't brown in their eyes. He was just ahead of the curve. Yeah, that's another opinion that we have seen. This one. Because New Goddess Lex Lux deletes physical games, deletes movies of show and shows from people's account, get her country sued for having too much control over digital games. An AQ to love, and I absolutely agree. This one. This is from a Spanish account. Confirm. PC Station has eliminated our history of video games from our profiles of every single game we have played physical. You are no joking, man. So old game, if you play it on this console in physical, has been deleted from the record of the profile accounts. So here is more than 10 days at the start. I don't give him any sort of importance or care. because I thought that this was just a factual error that they will fix. But looking what happened yesterday, the most probably is it's not a casualty. It let's see if it fixed it. I don't think so, mate. Oh man. Only the physical games will be saved in which we have any sort of DLC acquired through the Peace Station store. So those games are not gonna be removed from your profile account unless you buy the DLC. You hear that scummy sounds, man? That's so fucking scummy around this company that no joking. Whenever it's expansions, DLCs, cosmetic and updates or deluxe editions. Not even the games that we have played through all secondary accounts are appearing. Error or a declaration of intentions? I think it's the latter. The next one. Killer Physic Michael Jackson painted Spider-Man with Zendaya. Keeps putting gay shit in games and will take them away from you soon. Worst company ever. Ah man, we're almost at the end. PC Station fans are massively canceling their PC Station Plus subscriptions to protest Sony's move towards a digital-only future, and keep in mind that they are also increasing the prices again this year after they already have done that. Also, while doing two times the previous year, it's not going to start, even if the backlash is so big and some people actually grow a spine and walk away from Sony and start canceling all of those subscriptions, they are still going to milk the remaining consumer base with those price hikes. That's how this company operates. So let's continue. Many players are sharing screenshots of their canceled subscriptions online. Man, even the social media accounts from Sony went radio silent. They knew what it was headed, but yeah, they don't care. At the end of the day, if the consumers stop consuming from this corpus, they're gonna win. They're gonna have the win that they desperately want. But well, let's continue, man. Because yeah, money is the only language these companies understand. And yes, that's true. This one. Sony has a Sony stock. I can hyper focus on a couple of days worth of stock movement and pass it off as quote unquote soaring too. Yeah, but what is a 3% when they're still just going off a cliff? Boogie Slop, man, also you know how they are dying. This when Michael Jackson tried to warn us, posted by Cabrurus. Soyny sucks, Soyny kills music, Soyny funny. How right Michael Jackson was, man, how he was mistreated by this company. This one. Because, remember, they will gladly put kill switch even for the PS3 and the PS Vita. This one. I tested the PS Vita store and is fuck. Missing games, broken store. I remember when maliciously inserted a malware. Well, not a malware. It was an update in the firmware for the PS3 to make the PC Station store for the PS3 being absolutely inaccessible. And then in 2019 removed access to the web browser, so you could no longer buy games. They intentionally wanted to kill their older media just to make consume sodomite shit. Yeah, and I noticed video is not loading. Let's see if refreshing this fix it. Here it is.
So, Sony is giving us one more year to download
Look
down
at this. Look how broken this shit is, man. Even browsing is a pain in the ass. Well, I still remember that one, but holy shit.
to barely any.
Not even
So
the
that's obviously the
combinations
problem. A
of
lot of
words
games
that even like
are not
something
here where
easy.
you just kind of go
Look how
through
much
the
time
regular list
it
of
takes
games.
to load.
Now, if you try and search for a game, let's take Killzone for an example.
Killzone. There was a
Search for
Killzone
Killzone.
game.
It says
Yeah, Killzone Mercenaries. And also, they were selling the digital version of Killzone Liberation. Yeah, I used to consume from this company, man. I I sound like the most deranged hater, but at one point I used to like this company. Not anymore because they sank a knife. And I'm not going to love them to do that again, man. And just to end this, because we were mentioning about what's going on with the savings and well the profiles of those players. PC Ascension to remove the hours of the game from physical games unless they have a DLC downloaded. At this step, they are going to take the achievements too, and well, just laughing.
PlayStation ha quitado las horas de juego de los juegos físicos. O sea, mira, The Last of Us parte 1. ¿Dónde está el tiempo? Pero mira, juego digital, Inazuma Eleven. Ah, 58 horitas.
So, and a digital game appears. So they are even making moves already to make physical media look bad. How deranged this company is. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover up here, man. I know went too long, but yeah, that's the fucking shit show that this company is. Into that fucking mess, man. They rightfully deserve their downfall. That's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.